The Old Lady Under the Banyan Tree. Once, in a small village, there lived an old lady. Her hair was silver, her face lined with gentle wrinkles, but her eyes were bright and full of kindness. Everyone in the village loved her, for she was always cheerful, even when life grew hard. She lived alone in a small house near the great banyan tree, with no children and having lost her husband many years before. Yet she never complained. Each day she would sit under the tree, talk with passers-by, and always smile. Life in the village was not easy. People worked as farmers, carpenters, and market vendors. Sometimes the rains failed and the crops dried. Sometimes illness struck and work could not be done. Worry and sadness often visited the villagers. One day, a young woman named Radha came to the old lady, her face wet with tears. "I don't know what to do," she cried. "My husband has gone to the city to find work, but he has sent no money. My children are hungry, and I am afraid." The old lady smiled softly. "Sit down, my child," she said. "Tell me, what do you think will happen?" Radha wiped her eyes. "I don't know. I feel only bad things will come. What if he finds no work? What if he forgets us?" The old lady shook her head gently. "Radha, when we think dark thoughts, we feel heavier. But when we think good thoughts, we feel lighter. And sometimes good things find their way to us." "How can I think good thoughts," asked Radha, "when everything feels so broken?" The old lady's eyes twinkled. "Let me tell you a story." Radha grew quiet and listened. Once there was a poor man who had nothing, no food, no money, no family. He sat by a river and wept. An old woman came to him and asked, "Why do you cry?" The man said, "I have nothing. How can I be happy?" The old woman smiled. "You have the river, you have the trees, you have the sun. Look around, there is life and beauty everywhere. If you only think of what you lack, you will always be sad. But if you think of what you have, you will find peace." The man listened. Slowly, he stopped crying. He began to notice the good around him. And from that day, his life began to change. The old lady looked at Radha. "You see, my dear, his life did not change by magic. It changed because he changed his thinking. When we think positively, our heart grows lighter, and we can face our troubles with courage." Radha thought for a moment. "Can thinking differently truly change my life?" "Yes," the old lady replied. "If you wake each morning and tell yourself, 'Today will be a good day. I will find the strength to work, to care for my children, and to wait for my husband with hope,' then you will walk with purpose. But if you only think of what might go wrong, you will feel weak and heavy." Radha nodded slowly. "I understand. I will try." "That is the first step, my child," the old lady said. Radha left with a lighter heart. Each day she remembered the old lady's words. She woke and said, "Today will be a good day." She worked hard, cared for her children, and kept hope alive in her heart. After a few weeks, a letter arrived. Her husband had found work in the city and was sending money home. Overjoyed, Radha ran to the old lady's house to share the news. The old lady smiled and nodded. "You see, my dear, when we think positively, we invite good into our lives. Troubles will always come, but when we face them with a hopeful heart, we can overcome them." Soon other villagers heard of the old lady's wisdom. Many came to her with their sorrows and fears. To each she gave the same gentle advice: "Think good thoughts and good will come." The villagers loved her even more, for her words had changed their lives. She had taught them the quiet, powerful magic of positive thinking.